Good morning, students. So, I am your chemistry teacher, Asha Balan, and today we are going to start our third chapter of chemistry, synthetic fibers and plastics. So, the last classes means previous seventh classes you learned about what are fibers and what are fabrics, and you have learned about natural fibers in that classes. We know that fibers are of two types. One is natural fiber and other is man-made or synthetic fibers. In this chapter, you learn more detail about synthetic fibers. So, natural means naturally occurring, such as wool, cotton, silk. These all are natural. Jute is also a natural fiber. And next, synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are man-made. It is not obtained from any natural source, that is plants or animals. So many examples are there in the video. In the slide you can see two types of synthetic fibers are there, rayon and acrylic. In this chapter you learned about more synthetic fibers. So synthetic fibers are man-made or it is made from chemicals. It is made by human being, or it is not obtained from plants or animals. Next, what are synthetic fibers? So synthetic fibers are man-made and it is obtained by a number of chemical process, and a number of reagents, chemical reagents are also used to form these synthetic fibers. Synthetic fiber means man-made. And before that, going to this synthetic fiber, look at the picture. You can see a number of paper clips joined together, and also a chain of a number of beads is joined in a thread. And you can see that both of these pictures, there is the same thing repeating. In the first one, paper clips are joined to one another, and in the second one, in the chain, you can see that the beads are the repeating units. And such a long chain formed of a large number of smaller units is termed as a polymer. So, what is a polymer? It is a long chain of many small units joined together. It is termed as polymer. Poly means it is polymer. It is a word coming from two. Word is derived from two words, that is poly and mer. That means poly means many and mer means units. So many units together. That is a polymer. Actually, this synthetic fiber is a polymer, and so polymers, in polymers a number of small units are joined, and actually these small units are termed as monomer. പോളിമർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? കുറേ സ്മോൾ യൂണിറ്റ്സ് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തതാണ്. ഇനി അതിലെ ഓരോ സ്മോൾ പാർട്ടിനെ നമുക്ക് എന്തായിട്ട് പറയാം? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ടേംഡ് ആസ് എ മോണോമർ. നെക്സ്റ്റ്, ദി സിന്തറ്റിക് ഫൈബർ ഈസ് ഓൾസോ എ പോളിമർ. സിന്തറ്റിക് ഫൈബർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? ആക്ച്വലി ഒരു പോളിമറാണ്. ഇനി അതിന് മുമ്പായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് സിന്തറ്റിക് ഫൈബറിലോട്ട് പോകുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് മിസ് ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടെ പറയാം. നാച്ചുറലി ഒക്കറിങ് ഉള്ള ഒരു പോളിമറാണ് സെല്ലുലോസ്, and it is made up of smaller units of glucose. ഗ്ലൂക്കോസിൻ്റെ സ്മോളർ യൂണിറ്റ്സ് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് സെല്ലുലോസ് ഈസ് ഓൾസോ എ പോളിമർ. സെല്ലുലോസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പോളിമറാണ്. സോ ആക്ച്വലി സിന്തറ്റിക് ഫൈബർ ഈസ് എ പോളിമർ and it is joined by a number of small units joined together, and the small unit is called monomer, and the polymer is the word coming from two Greek words, that is poly and mer. Poly means many and mer means unit or part. So first we are going to learn the types of synthetic fibers. First one is rayon. So rayon is it is similar to that of silk. So it is also termed as artificial silk, and it is a semi-synthetic fiber. Why it is termed as semi-synthetic? That is, it is obtained by the chemical treatment of wood pulp. So you know that wood is a natural thing, but it is not fully natural. This wood pulp is undergoes a number of chemical processes, so it is a synthetic. Since it is obtained from a natural source, it is not termed as a fully synthetic fiber, it is a semi-synthetic fiber. So, how rayon is obtained? It is obtained by the chemical treatment of wood pulp. Then, what are the properties of this rayon? Cheaper than silk, and it can be woven like silk fibers, and it can be dyed in a wide variety of colors. Then rayon is mixed with the cotton to make bed sheets, and this rayon is mixed with the wool to make carpets. So first synthetic fiber you learned is rayon, also termed as artificial silk. It is a semi-synthetic fiber. It's obtained by the chemical treatment of wood pulp. Properties cheaper than silk, woven like silk fibers, dyed in wide variety of colors, and its use is mixed with the cotton to make bed sheet, and mixed with the wool to make carpets. So next we are going to learn about another synthetic fiber, that is nylon. This nylon is the first fully synthetic fiber, and it was made without using any natural raw material, that is from plant or animal. And how it is prepared? It is prepared from cold water and air. So these are the raw materials needed to make to prepare this nylon. Then, what are the properties? It is very strong, elastic, light, lustrous, and easy to wash. So, these are the properties of this nylon fiber. Because of these uh, properties, it is used to make so many articles such as socks, robes, tents, toothbrushes, car seat belts, sleeping bags, curtains, etc. And it is also used to make parachutes and ropes for rock climbing. So these are also the uses of this nylon fiber. Since it is so strong, it is termed as it is so strong than a steel wire. It is very strong than a steel wire. So it is used to prepare ropes for rock climbing and also parachute. So, to know the strength of a nylon fiber, we are going to do an activity. For that, you needed a iron stand with a clamp, and four types of fibers we are using. Thread is using. That is, one is cotton, second is wool, another one is silk, and another is nylon. So, approximately 60 centimeter length of the thread is needed. And first, you tie the thread to the clamp, and at the free end, you tie a pan, and in that pan we are adding weights. So you have to measure the weight required to break the thread. So first you add weights when a cotton is used, and you mark the weight uh, at the time the thread breaks, and similarly do the activity or repeat the activity with the remaining thread also. And from this activity or from our tabulation we can conclude that or from the observation we can conclude that among the fibers or among the threads, nylon is the most powerful, most stronger thread, because it can hold more weight than the other fibers. So this activity we can conclude that nylon is very stronger. Next, we are going to learn about another synthetic fiber. It is polyester, another famous synthetic fiber. And a fabric made from this synthetic polyester is does not wrinkle easily. It remains crisp and easy to wash. So, because of these properties, it is very popular for making dress materials. A popular polyester is terylene. Terylene is a very popular polyester. Another one is a PET. PET PET means polyethylene terephthalate. It is a very familiar form of polyester, and its uses are for making bottles, utensils, films, wires, and many other useful products. So that is about polyester. Another synthetic fiber, properties not wrinkled easily, crisp and easy to wash, and it is a popular polyester. Terylene is a popular polyester. Another form is PET, and it is used to make bottles, utensils, films, wires, and many other useful products. Next, we are going to learn more about polyester. The word polyester, that by splitting, we have seen that poly plus ester. Ester is the smaller units, and joining more esters, we get polyester. And what are ester? Esters are the chemicals which give fruits their smell. അതായത് ഫ്രൂട്ട്സിന് സ്മെല്ല് കൊടുക്കുന്ന chemicals ആണ് esters. and fabric sold by names like polycot, polywool, terrycot, etc. As the name suggests, these are made by mixing two types of fibers. അല്ല ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാം ഇതെല്ലാം രണ്ട് ടൈപ്പ് ഫൈബേഴ്സ് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്താണ് പോളിക്കോട്ട് പോളിസ്റ്റർ പ്ലസ് കോട്ടൺ പോളിവൂൾ പോളിസ്റ്റർ പ്ലസ് വൂൾ ടെറിക്കോട്ട് ടെറിലിൻ പ്ലസ് cotton. So that is more about this polyester. Next is acrylic. Acrylic is similar to that of wool. That is a we know that the actual wool, that is the natural wool obtained from the sheep's fleece, is very costly. So to replace that wool, we made another synthetic fiber that has a similar properties to the natural wool. So that is acrylic. And the properties are, it is cheaper than wool and it is available in wide variety of കളേഴ്സ്. അതായത് നാച്ചുറലായിട്ടുള്ള വൂൾ ഒത്തിരി കോസ്റ്റ്ലിയാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്തു, അതിൻ്റെ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് തന്നെയുള്ള വെരി ചീപ്പറായിട്ടുള്ള വൂള് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തു. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് അക്രിലിക് ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് അവൈലബിൾ ഇൻ വെരി wide variety of colors also. So we have learned about four types of fibers, synthetic fibers, that are rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. Next, another activity, that is synthetic fibers. That is we take two types of fabrics, one from made from synthetic and another from natural fiber, and you have to do is soak these two types of synthetic fiber and natural fiber in a cup of water, and soak for a few minutes, and then you take out the pieces from the container, and then you spread them in the sun for a few minutes. And from these we can understand that synthetic fibers soak less water than the natural fiber and they take less time to dry. ഇപ്പം രണ്ട് ടൈപ്പ് ഫൈബർ നമ്മൾ മഗ്ഗിൽ സോക്ക് ചെയ്യുവാണെങ്കിൽ കുറച്ച് വെള്ളം മാത്രമേ അബ്സോർബ് ചെയ്യത്തുള്ളൂ സിന്തറ്റിക് ഫൈബേഴ്സ്. സോ അത് വളരെ ഈസി ആയിരിക്കും ഡ്രൈ ആകാനും. ഇനി അതിൻ്റെ ക്യാരക്ടറിസ്റ്റിക്സ് എല്ലാം കൂടെ ഒന്ന് കൺക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യാം. What are the characteristics of synthetic fibers? They dry up quickly, durable, less expensive, readily available and easy to maintain. So these are the properties that make synthetic fibers very popular. And one disadvantage is that, ഒരു disadvantage പറഞ്ഞത്, that is when we burn a natural and a synthetic fiber, the synthetic fibers melt on burning. So this causes a very problem while in the cooking, or when we work with fire. Then if it catches fire, then it melt and stick to our skin and it cause a severe burning. So it is one of the disadvantage of synthetic fiber. അതായത് സിന്തറ്റിക് ഫൈബർ കത്തുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കിന് അത് ഉരുകി ദേഹത്ത് എന്ത് ചെയ്യും, സ്റ്റിക്ക് ചെയ്യും. അങ്ങനെ ബേണിങ് ഒത്തിരി സിവിയർ ആകും. അതൊരു disadvantage ആണ് synthetic fibers. So that is all about synthetic fibers. Thank you.